Today, we're going to be doing a bit of a demo and crash course on what Zoho One really looks like in practice. So I know we've got a bunch of videos on the channel showing CRM, projects, desk, the whole finance suite. We go into specific features and customization options within each of those, but I got a really good question from a potential client a couple weeks back, and they were basically just saying, hey, what does this actually look like when I hook it all together and I start to use it, right? What am I going to see when I go into a customer record? How do I access the various pieces of information across Zoho One? So today I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to basically show inside a demo account what a real customer looks like, who you're engaging with using those core Zoho One applications. So let's jump right on in. All things in Zoho One, it's an important thing to keep in mind. All roads lead to CRM. It's generally going to be kind of like the company brain, right? So a lot of the times we think about CRM as primarily like a sales and or marketing tool. Now, it surely is a sales and marketing tool in the world of Zoho, but it also is that centralized database where everything is going to end up and where you're going to get the most amount of visibility into that full picture of what's going on for a particular client. So in CRM, of course, we have our accounts, we have our contacts, and we have our deals. These are kind of the three main points of interaction with a lot of the other non-CRM Zoho apps. Now, of course, in CRM, we've got leads, we've got the activities, you've got the ability to do your quotes and sales orders out of here. But I am really going to focus in today on accounts, contacts, and deals, because those are oftentimes going to be the point of integration with these other tools. Now, accounts, of course, these are like the companies that you work with. They could be prospective or active clients. Within a given account, you'll have one or multiple different contacts. These are like the people that are at that company. And then lastly, we'll have one or multiple different deals, right? And these deals are essentially the potential transactions or engagements that we have going on with that client. So this tracks it kind of all the way from we're evaluating it to we've closed one or we've lost that particular engagement. Now, astute viewers, as I was kind of clicking through each of these modules, you're likely seeing some of these tabs over here on the left that correlate to other Zoho applications, right? So, of course, we've got our related list of deals. I am actually going to start in the deals module and we're going to work our way up. So inside of a particular deal, over here on the left, we can see that we've got a Zoho Finance tab, a Zoho Projects tab, and a Zoho Desk tab. Now, each of these are related to this deal, right? So things like an estimate inside of Zoho Books or Zoho Inventory can be viewed here on the deal, and it can be created and managed from within this deal. So if I actually wanted to send out an estimate to a client using my deal record, I can come in here. I'm grabbing all of this directly from Books, right? So this page here is essentially a Zoho Books estimate that's going to get created in the background. And then I can save and send this estimate. As I'm actually working through the process here, looks like I need to have an item set up. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I got to get rid of this row. Whoopsies. So as I'm actually working through this estimate, I'll go ahead and click save. I can also manage the other steps, right? So I can convert this to a Zoho Book sales order or invoice. I can mark it as accepted and mark it as sent, or I can even email it directly to the client from that estimates tab. Now, if we jump back to the deal, what we'll see now is that we've got two estimates linked up to this, one being a draft and one that's been invoiced. If we kind of look at the rest of this flow, right, once an estimate gets accepted, it becomes a sales order, and from the sales order, we can do our invoicing. All of this is visible here. And one of the really cool things is that behind the scenes, we can actually connect these records using deluge functions. So it's pretty easy for me to say, hey, once this invoice gets paid, go ahead and mark this deal as closed won, or move the stage, or stamp a certain date field, right? So I have these points of connection from my CRM to other Zoho One applications. Next on our list here is Zoho Projects. I kind of ordered these the way that they normally end up shaking out, right? Like we send an estimate, we get paid, we launch a project, and then we support it. But before we jump into projects, I do want to ask, if you're finding the video useful so far, be sure to like and subscribe down below. Leave me a comment with any questions, feedback, and video requests. And head on over to Zenatta.com if you'd like to chat about how we can help you set up your Zoho account. With that, looking at Zoho Projects here, you can, of course, launch and manage projects from within this deal interface. So if I wanted to create a new project, I can come over here to the right, click on New Project. And of course, I can launch these from my templates, just like I can from Zoho Projects itself. And one thing that we can also do when we're launching these from CRM is associate them with both the account and potentially any contacts that are a part of that account. Little pro tip here, client user is going to get an invite to the portal, contact user is not, right? And so I can essentially launch a new project from this deal interface. This is something that we oftentimes automate, right? So something like, hey, once the deal goes to closed won, look at the information on the deal and create a project with the appropriate template based on the type of deal that just got sold, right? So just kind of automating that project handoff step. Here from the deal, you can get some high-level information about how many tasks have been completed, where we're at with our milestones, do we have any issues? You can also click into this project, and it will bring you directly into that project inside of Zoho Projects itself, right? And we can kind of see all of this stuff moving. Now, let's say I come in and mark some of these tasks as closed. Let's say, we completed them. We're moving right along in our process. If I go back to my deal now and go to that projects list, we can see that those tasks have been completed. So being candid, this little overview, obviously very high level summary. You're oftentimes going to need to look at the project to get more information about what specifically is going on. But you can do that without really leaving your environment. I just click right in, and then here's that project, here's all the tasks, and I can move right along through them as I would expect. Last one on the list here that we're going to look at in terms of the connection to CRM is going to be Zoho Desk. So here inside of our Zoho Desk tab, it gives us a bit of a high-level summary. What are all the tickets going on with this particular contact and account? What's our average response time? Have we gotten any customer feedback? One thing I will mention about the desk tickets is that a desk ticket, by its nature, is really connected to a contact and an account, right? It's a little bit different than the Zoho Finance and Zoho Projects data, right? This estimate is for this transaction. This project is for this transaction. These tickets are for this client account, and it will show them on the deal so that you have easy access to that contextual information. But I always just like to highlight that relationship between a ticket and deal is just a little bit different than the relationship between a project or an invoice and that deal. From here, I can open up this ticket directly and get a bit of a snapshot into what's going on. I can see the back and forth. I could even leave an internal comment, hey, customer service team, it might be useful for you to know, this guy has this type of thing going on that I know about because he happened to call me. A really common use case of this desk interface is actually for that salesperson visibility, right? If I'm actually working tickets, let's say I'm customer service or I manage RMAs or, I'm kind of on that more operations and supportive side of the company, I'm very likely going to come in and work inside of Zoho Desk, right? I want to get this thing full screen. This is my main place that I'm working, right? If I'm doing customer service, I'm probably not jumping around between contacts and deals and CRM to access this data, right? I'm probably just over inside of Zoho Desk working on my list. But we all know what happens, right? A salesperson sells an engagement and they end up having a question about something that's going on. We know that it's really likely that they're going to call or email their salesperson, right? So as a salesperson, I might say, hey, this is actually something our support team can help you with, but I'll go ahead and easily just log that ticket for you. And when we do that, it's actually going to pre-fill the account and contact information from that deal or that contact page that I'm creating the ticket from. So we actually make this really nice, easy handoff. Then what happens 3 weeks later, customer calls in again asking for an update on the ticket. They call the salesperson again because that's the number that they have saved. And that salesperson, while they're on the phone, can really easily give them an update, right? Hey, I see my team's working on this. Looks like we're expecting to have it done by Friday. And so they don't have to actually leave CRM to get that level of insight into what's going on in these other Zoho applications. So that's really how it looks here on the front end, right? A lot of this consolidated workflow is going to live inside of Zoho CRM. And then team members who are working on those specific applications are likely going to go to those applications. I wouldn't expect that someone who's working on projects is going to live in the CRM deal page opening projects from here, right? They're going to go in and look at my tasks, right? And they're going to work from top to bottom based on due date. If I'm a customer support agent, I'm probably going to live in Zoho Desk. I'm going to be looking at my tickets, and I'm going to be working those from oldest to newest. But as either a manager or leader, or just as like anyone who's working in the system, you can always go to CRM to start your investigation. If I ever need an update on something going on with the Zenatta client, I know where to go. I don't have to hunt around. I generally don't even have to message anybody. I just go to CRM, go to their account, and then I look at all that related information, and it gets me everything that I need to know, right? We've got this task. It's a little bit overdue. They're getting a bit low on hours, but an invoice is out, so they'll pay that within their payment terms. And all of that can just be managed from the CRM interface. What also does happen behind the scenes here, especially when we're talking about books and desk, is that this account and contact data is also going to sync between these applications, right? So here in this case, we're looking at our example accounts. If we jump over into Zoho Books and we go to our customers list, we'll see that that example account also lives over here. Yeah, there he is. And I can pull this directly up. So all of that data that's in my CRM is syncing over to Zoho Books and connecting these two records. And what we can also see is inside of this account tab here under Zoho CRM, I can actually see and confirm that these two things are in fact connected using this tab. Now, there are some settings behind the scenes here, and we've got separate videos specifically on the integrations between CRM and Books and CRM and Desk, right? You'll be mapping some fields, making some decisions about data hierarchy. But at the end of the day, this data for the contacts here and the account are going to sync between these applications. One thing I will note for those in the room, that are more on the technical side of things, maybe you're planning on writing some scripts or API integrations, I do always want to highlight, for full sake of being candid, these are two different records, right? So this is a customer inside of Zoho Books with this customer ID here up in the URL. In CRM, they're an account with this ID, right? So there are some tricky things around naming conventions. And from an automation and scripting perspective, these do have different record IDs, right? So I don't want to fool you or be dishonest. There are two different records, but they are tightly connected, and it's relatively easy to sync them up, right? And pass information between the two of them. They have actual APIs that can kind of search each place based on the other ID, and it allows you to set it up pretty smoothly. Same thing here inside of Zoho Desk. So I can see I have my example account here with its related contact, just like I do in CRM. And then under this little CRM tab, I can see the account information, any notes, any potentials, any open activities like tasks, meetings, scheduled calls that are in the future. Same thing actually applies when I look at a ticket. So from the perspective of a customer service agent, I can actually come in and see that CRM info and know, hey, you know what? Hey, this is a repeat customer. They've already done business with us, and we actually have 2 other opportunities in the pipeline with them. I'll take that into account to define exactly how I'm going to respond to this ticket and how I'm going to engage with this particular customer. Zoho Projects works a little bit differently when it comes to the sync of contact and account data. They don't really have an accounts module, right? When I go to Desk, it's boom, customers, and then it's broken into accounts and contacts. When I go to Zoho Books, customers, and really these are all accounts, and then I see the contact inside of it, and they can have more contacts here as well. Zoho Projects is a little bit different in that you're not really, when you set up the integration, you're not syncing all accounts and contacts between the two. It kind of pulls in an account and contact when I actually launch that project, right? So if I come into this and, I'll show you again here, as I go into a project and I click on new and I put in our name and our template, here's where I'm actually choosing the client account and any client contacts that I think are going to be relevant for this. And then they will actually sync over into a separate section. It's a little tricky because they're actually under our manage users, right? And they go under this client users tab, organized by company and then by person, right? So there are a couple of these differences in the way that this data is tracked, just because projects is not set up on an account contact hierarchy, right? It's those are basically types of users who can log in and access. And so that's why I always like to mention, If you just want this for like your reporting and connecting your data, but you don't actually want them to log in and access the project via the client portal, go ahead and make them a contact user, and that'll just avoid that situation altogether. You'll still get the connectivity, but you don't actually have to open up the portal and allow them to come see exactly what's going on in projects. If you do want to do that, that's another video for another day, but it requires setting up your templates really intentionally so that they can actually see things. There's some flagging for internal and external there that is relevant. But honestly, 9 out of 10 customers set them all up as contact users so that it's really for our tracking, but it doesn't require us to actually demo and show all of that information to them right out of the gate. With that, that's kind of our goal here for the video today. I wanted to show this high-level overview of like what it really looks like to be in CRM when I have a bunch of the other Zoho application integrations turned on. So I really do hope that this video was useful. Leave me a comment down below. One video that I'm thinking of making as a bit of a follow-up to this is taking all this data, pulling it into Zoho Analytics and showing you some of the types of reporting that we'll commonly set up for our clients using this data. Really common ones are like, hey, we're tracking time inside a Zoho desk. We're tracking time inside a Zoho projects. How much time in total are we spending on a client, right? Because actually spread between various different applications, and it's not always super easy and obvious to pull all that together. Analytics is a silver bullet, solves that issue great. So let me know down below if that is of interest to you. While you're down there, make sure to like and subscribe if you found the video useful. And as always, we'd love to chat with you if you want to head over to zenatta.com and click on book a meeting. We set up systems like this all the time for our clients, and we'd love to talk about how we can help you out. With that, I think we'll wrap up here for today. My name is Tyler Colt, and I will see you next time.